Okay, so basically, it doesn't start with a phone call. I'm sure you're familiar with free ERISA or free. I'm told there's a thing called free 5500.
Sure.
I've never used that, but free ERISA, most financial advisors are aware of it. It's a database based on zip codes of all custodians of 401ks. So what happens is, uh, what all I do is I'll put in a zip code that I'm targeting. It spits back all of the custodians, some of which are CFOs, some of which are CEOs. Once the company gets over a certain size, they've usually delegated that responsibility to a CFO or controller or something. If you're targeting that, great, then target it. If you're not, what you really want is companies in the 5 to 20 million in range in revenue. So, and those are the ones that really need us. The ones that are doing like 300 million, 500 million, they've got the Goldman Sachs of the world catering to them. Goldman Sachs doesn't want to deal with this lower end side, and they're getting ignored, right? So what happens is you simply write them handwritten letters. Now, if you're under a certain age, you probably don't know how to handwrite, but if you're over a certain age, you really appreciate it. Like, remember, like once, have you ever received a handwritten letter, business-wise? Have you ever?
I don't think I have.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm 51 years old. When I do, it is ridiculously rare. I literally hang on to the letter.
Mm-hmm.
So picture learning cursive and writing letters to guys my age. By the way, I've surveyed these CEOs. I have the largest survey of privately held CEOs in the country. Beat Ohio State at their own game, and I've beat the various CEO peer advisory organizations at their own game. The peak age is 52 years old. So you're really talking to me. And I appreciate handwritten letters, so I write them. So the way it is, I boil down the laundry list of all custodians in a zip code I'm targeting down to which one of these industries is likely to thrive. Now, I actually run an exercise that I've had 5,750 companies so far go through. I'll have 1,500 more this year, and it's actually Chapter 8 in my book. It's a laundry list of all the industries that will thrive in the next 15 years based on some pretty sound assumptions. So the first lens I look at is the 5,500 database. The second lens I look at them through is which one are on that list of the ones that will thrive in the next 15 years. Target 10 of those companies, and I send them a handwritten letter each week for 13 weeks.
Wait, the same company? A letter each week?
Yeah, I used to do it one each, and then in the bad days I would get really good responses, but in the good days I wouldn't. So if you actually write a handwritten letter once a week, each week for 13 weeks to 10 companies, you'll get a 20 to 25% response rate. They will call you.
Huh.
In the bad days, you get a 50% response rate. And the real reason why is this. This is the reason why I'm bringing it up, especially to someone like yourself. What I'm looking to do is to help advisors add counter-cyclical revenue streams to their practice. So picture the mom and pops. They want to talk to you or go dark on you in communications directly proportional to whatever the stock market's doing. Better the stock market's doing, the more they want to talk to you. As soon as the market starts to go down, they go dark. And it's not an easy time to be in our profession. The valuation of the practice is cut in half. The actual residual income coming in actually decreases proportionally to the stock market. Not a fun time. Well, guess when CEOs want to talk to you? As soon as the market turns. Because they don't know how to be strategic. It shocks me how few of them think strategically. They need to build strategies when the market's great. They need to learn how to be contrarians, but they're not. They're very tactical and reactive. So as soon as the market collapses, all these guys come out of the woodwork looking for answers, and I want you to be the answer man. So what ends up happening is if you pepper into your practice CEOs, it'll be frustrating at first. You'll be like, do I really want to deal with these guys? Big egos, stuff like that, all sorts of ways how to handle that situation too. The situation, though, is it creates a counter-cyclical revenue stream. And the beauty of it is, especially as they're starting to approach their retirement years, and more of these companies will change hands in the next 15 years than ever before in American history, in some way, shape, or form, they're going to be ringing that cash register. Guess who they want to turn to? A fiduciary they can trust. I want it to be you.
I
got it.
Yes,
So
that
all
is
we're
fantastic.
talking about is Well, and real deal here is now I'm in the New York market. We have the worst direct mail response rate of any counties in the United States, and I get a 25 to 50% response rate off of it.
How long does it take you to write 10 letters a week?
Not long. It's usually like about an hour or so. It's actually like a hand stamp. It's at first a little bit of a pain, but eventually you get the handle on it.